Hello bachcho, welcome to science classes. Today in this video I will be covering few topics such as preparation of soil, plough, hoe and cultivator. Before proceeding for preparation of soil, let's see few agriculture practices involved in crop production. Cultivation of crops involves several activities undertaken by farmers over a period of time. These activities or a task are referred to as agriculture practices, which are listed below. So, before that, to produce a crop, this is a crop. I think this is a crop, okay, in a field. To make it a crop, there is a lot of preparation. There are 7 steps basically for the preparation or for production of crop. The first one is preparation of soil. Later, you will sow the seed. You will add manure and fertilizers. Water supply, which is called as irrigation. Protection from weeds by weedicide. Harvesting the crop and later storage. These are the few steps that is listed for the crop production. Today, let's learn the first step, that is crop production. So, the preparation of soil is the first step before growing a crop. So, before growing a crop, first you need to see whether the soil is hard or soft. Okay, this is the soil. Soil is too hard right now. So, you need to make it a soft one. To make it a soft one, you need to first loosen it, you need to tighten it, turn it, and all those processes come under preparation of soil. So one of the most important tasks in agriculture is turn the soil and loosen it. If you turn and loosen it, only then the soil only then the soil will properly prepared for the next step, that is for sowing step. The loosened soil. Now why we need to loosen the soil? Because helps in the growth of earthworm. Why? Earthworm helps to loosen the soil, and therefore the earthworm is called the friends or the friends of the farmer. So the loosened soil helps in the growth of earthworm, micro present in the soil. These organisms are friends of farmer since they further turn and loose the soil. So loosen the soil helps the growth of earthworm. This in turn helps in loosen the soil, and hence the earthworm is called as friends of farmer. So that is how the preparation of soil starts. So let's see what the process of preparation of soil, or what the process of loosening and turning of the soil is called as ploughing or tiling. So 2 marks question. Okay. Now process is called ploughing. The instrument or the tool used for ploughing is called as plough. Okay. There is a soil here, it is loose and tightened. Now it's loose and tightened. Now it's spread out in the field in this way, hums, or it's also called as clumps, big clumps of soil. These are called as crumbs. Okay, we need to break these crumbs. Okay, you need to break this crumb and make it into a smooth soil. Okay, so the plowed field may have big clumps. This is called as crumbs. It is necessary to break these crumbs. This is called as leveling. Breaking the crumbs and making it a leveled soil. It's called leveled field. Leveling the field is beneficial for sowing as well as irrigation. Leveling of the soil is done with the help of a leveler. So next one, let's see agricultural implements, also called as tools. Okay, so break soils, break soil clumps. That is nothing but what I told it as lump sum. The big clumps of soil. The main tool used is we have plough, hoe, and cultivator. Cultivator is a modern method, whereas it's the old method. This is a handmade one. Handmade it is. Okay. In further slides, in detail, we'll learn what is how is plough, where it is used, hoe and cultivator. So till here we learned till here we learned briefly the activity or the steps involved in crop production, that is preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizer, irrigation, protection from weeds, harvesting and storage. Next, we learned about preparation of soil. There are few steps before sowing, and that is called as preparation of soil. The preparation of soil is the first step before growing a crop. One of the most important tasks in agriculture is turn the soil and loosen it. The loosened soil will help the growth of earthworm, and earthworm thereby helps the loosening of soil. Hence, the earthworm is called as friends of farmer. Now, the process of loosening and turning of the soil is called a styling or a ploughing. This is done using a plough. This is done using a plough. The ploughed field may have big clumps. Now, if I take an example, let me take an example. Take this as a field, okay? There is a lots of clumps, like a stone, okay, like a mountain of soil. To break these and make a clear soil, make like this a clear soil, leveled soil, we need to break this. These are called as crumbs. When it's necessary to break these crumbs, okay. So leveling the field is beneficial for sowing as well as for irrigation. Leveling of the soil is done with the help of a leveler. Next, let's learn the agricultural implements. It is also called as tools. Let me take a thicker brush. Yes, it is also called as tools. Three types of tools. Three types of tools. Okay, that is plough, hoe, and cultivator. Below you can see a diagrammatic representation of all these three tools. That is plough, hoe, and cultivator. Let's see in detail what is plough, what is hoe, and what is cultivator. First one, that is plough. Now I'll show you how exactly is the plough. Okay, see, this is a picture representative of the plough. Plough has an wood, a long wood shaped rod, a long wood shaped rod. Okay, long wood shaped rod. And one side, so long wood shaped rod is called as shaft, or it's called as plough shaft. So this is called as plough shaft. Okay, plough shaft. On one side it has, on one side it has it has a triangular kind of shape which is stuck or which is dipped in the soil. This is in the soil part, okay, soil part. And this triangular shaped structure which attached to the plough shaft in one side is called as plowshare. What it is called as? Plowshare. So this is called as plowshare. So if you see here, a plough has a long wood It has on one side is triangular shaped structure called as plough shaft. On the other side, it has a beam kind of big rod. Okay, here there's a beam kind of rod like this, which is kept on the necks on the back of the bull, and this is called as beam. It's called as beam. It's called as beam. So if you see, a plough has a long rod. It's called as plough shaft, which is made up of wood. It has triangular shaped structure on one side is called as plough shaft, and in other side it is attached to the beam, and this beam is placed on the back of the cow or the buffalo. So now the whole structure is called as plough. So this picture representative say this is called as beam. Yes, this is plough shaft, which is wood in color, and which is beneath the soil, which is attached to the soil, is called as plough shaft. These also plough shaft actually it loosens and level ups the soil, so it's called as plough shaft. Over. So let's learn the theory part. It is used in tilling. It used in the soil, tilling the soil, adding fertilizer to crop, removing the weeds, and turning the soil. So, as I told you already, the plough shade, the triangular shade, it helps in adding fertilizer to the crop, removing the weeds, it removes the weeds because of sharp structure, tilling, and turning the soil. Okay, this is made up of wood, or the whole part is made up of wood. The word part is made up of wood. It's drawn by a pair of bull or other animals. As you've seen, it is fixed. The beam is fixed to the bull. It contains strong triangular iron strip structure called as plough shaft. As I told you already, this is our wood structure in a triangular shape on one side. This is called as plough shaft. The main part of the plough is a long wood. This is the wood. Long wood is called as plough shaft. There is a handle at one end of the shaft. Okay, one end of the shaft there is a handle, and other end is attached to the beam. Hope you all are clear. Now again let's represent. This is what is this wood color is called as plough shaft. Okay, this is plough plough shaft. Okay, next one after plough shaft. So this is the plough shaft, isn't it? Long rod. Next one, it has triangular shaped structure. It's called as plough shaft. It's called as plough shaft. On one side, it is attached to a beam, okay, and is drawn by a pair of bulls. This beam, okay, this beam, and here there are two bulls. Two bulls. So here there are two bulls kept. Okay, two bulls kept, and these bulls are nothing but wood is drawn by a pair of bulls. This is the whole structure, the whole thing, whole diagrammatic representation is of the plough. So now let's see. Plough is made up of three main parts: plough share, plough shaft, pair of a bull, and a beam. It is used in tilling the soil, adding fertilizer to the crop, removing the weeds, and turning the soil. Hope you all are clear with the structure of plough. Now let's learn the structure of hoe. All have you seen this structure? This is nothing but the structure of hoe. Hoe is made up of, look here, diagram representation. Hoe is made up of long rod. Okay. On one side, it has a long, on one side, it has a long plate of iron bent fixed to one end. You have plate of iron fixed to one end. Okay, so this is plate of iron fixed to one end. Okay, now let's see It is a simple tool which is used for removing weeds and for loosening the soil. Yes, it's correct. It has loosening soil, that means comes under preparation of the soil, and it is a tool of preparation of the soil. It has a long rod, here it is, of wood or a iron. A strong, broad, bent plate of iron is fixed to one end of its works like a blade. This works like a blade, and hence, as it works like a blade, it is used in removing of the weed. It is pulled by animals, or sometimes it is by man-made too. This is about the diagrammatic representation and explanation of hoe. Hoe is made up of long wood, broad wood, and it has a strong, broad, bent plate of iron fixed to one end. It helps in removing of the weed and for loosening of the soil. Next, the last tool for the preparation of soil is the cultivator. Cultivator is the most modern method. It works on the base of motor, and actually it is time consuming and saves the labor. So it is saves the labor and time consuming. Nowadays plowing is by tractor driven cultivator. Before, there is lots the hoe and the both plow both it is time consuming and need lots of time consuming and needs lots of labor. But due to cultivator and due to modern technology, the cultivators are used, which saves labor and time. So in today's video, we learned what is the preparation, the seventh step of agricultural practices, that is preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizer, irrigation, protection from weeds, harvesting, and storage. Next, we learn what are the basic steps involved in preparation of soil. First, it's the first step. It's the most important step. It loosens and turns the soil. It is done by the earthworm, which is a farmer's friend. Next, the process of loosening and turning of the soil is called as ploughing. This is done by a tool. This is done by a tool called as plough. In the soil, there are big clumps. These are called as crumbs. This has to be broken down. And leveling of the field is beneficial, and this is done by the help of a tool called leveler. Next, we learned about agriculture implements. There are three main tools for agriculture implements which helps in turning, loosening, killing the weeds in the soil. So let's learn first one, that is plough. Plough is used in tilling the soil, adding fertilizer to the crop. It is made up of a long rod-like structure called as plough shaft and a triangular iron on one side, plough shape. It is attached to one more side, that is called as beam. You can see here a diagrammatic representation of a plough which has a beam, which had a plough shaft and an ploughshare. Next, we learned about the second tool, that is hoe. It is simple tool. Okay, it has a long rod like structure, long rod, and a broad bent plate of iron. That is regarding hoe. Next one is last one, that is cultivator. Cultivator is the most saves the labor and time. It is nowadays it is a modern technology. Before modern technology and technique, it saves cultivator are being in the form of motors or generators, or it is worked in on base of batteries. It saves labor and time. It is done by tractor driven cultivator. Bacho, hope you liked today's video. If you do like this video, please like, share, like, share with your friends and classmates. And if you have any questions, any queries, just coming down. Thank you. Have a great day, Bacho, and always keep smiling. Bye, and thank you.